So you
Alrighty.
are we'll call you the preeminent Johnny player of the West Coast at the moment.
All right.
And here on the Rev2 review, we like to kick it off by asking you three things that you think Johnny players should be doing more of, right? It could be stuff that you've been working on. It could be recommendations for newer Johnny players, tips for people who are just getting into it. However you want to frame it, right? Your own personal to-do list, I don't care. But three things of this character that you would like to see Johnny players doing more of.
All right. So one of the first things that I see a lot of Johnny players actually sort of struggle with is figuring out how to open people up.
Mm-hmm.
Because, give me a second. Let me get at least a coin.
Yeah.
All right. Because when you've got coin, you have access to all these crazy block strings, right?
Yeah, they're really fucked up, man.
They are mad fucked up, and they crank guard bar like crazy.
Yep.
But it's all mids. It's all mids and lows.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you get someone to actually get hit by this? And how do you not fuck up your shit?
That one looks familiar. I've seen that one before. Where did I see that particular?
Yeah, god damn it. That was a mistake, okay? Half circle back and quarter circle back sometimes get overlapped when you're doing 6H.
Yep, now I get it.
Yeah. But what you gotta do is figure out where to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Give your opponent some room so that they can actually hang themselves. I need another coin.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like if you're just cranking the guard bar, it's pretty scary. I'm not gonna lie, especially as a chip. Like seeing that meter flashing, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna die. But realistically, I'm probably gonna die if you're coined up and you hit me. I'm probably gonna die no matter what you hit me with, right?
Yeah.
And so the actual blocking here, like you pointed out, is not really that difficult. Like unless I'm looking for a throw or something, it's you know there's a throw, there's some highs that you've got, but like. What you're trying to do here, if I understand you correctly, is like you want me to think, oh, I can swing on this motherfucker, right?
Yeah. Especially here.
Yeah.
This, especially at level 1, this is a massive gap.
Mm-hmm.
But that gap tightens with every coin that I have.
Right.
Because what coin does is it shortens the startup of Mistfinder stance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so every
because
time
cancel
all of a
is
sudden
always
now, if I'm trying to swing with like, I'd probably be picking 6p on that, right? Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woo. Yeah, 6H is rough.
Yeah.
So what do you do to leave gaps?
So usually you end up timing your own gaps.
Mm-hmm.
Because quite frankly, it's all too easy to just go until you're pushed out and then try to redash in, which is another thing that a lot of Johnnies need to learn how to manage. Because it's super easy to just want to go back in. Like, you're out of range. Here. You got this really good dash.
You're out of range of what? Like, what are you using to peg your range? Is it far S or what?
5H,
5H,
actually.
okay.
Because if you're in far slash range, that's fine. You can walk back into it, but 5H,
you
notice how far that pushes me out. Even on regular block.
Yeah.
Like, that was just regular block. Like, now my far slash is whiffing. And 5H barely connects.
Yeah.
So, actually, the best way that a Johnny player can sort of measure where their distance is by standing directly underneath the timer, like I am right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, far slash will still connect. You can still walk back into it. 5H is money. So, a lot of what Johnnies want to do is they dash back in so that they can repressure. But that's about 18 frames of they can get hit.
Right.
Since this cannot be canceled into anything until frame 14, and the fastest thing that you can cancel into is 2p.
And so when
frames.
you're trying to hang out, it's not that you're trying to hang out at 5H range. It's more like peak 5H at the tip of 5H is where you're scary. The moment you back out of that at all, you're less scary. And so it's like if at this range, yeah, if you're a little bit past behind the timer, it's easier for me to look for that dash and like poke at it or something, right?
Exactly. So most of your pressure is actually built around maintaining this spacing, maintaining this distance, and making it so that your opponent wants to swing,
Right.
because you're not going to be opening them up with mids. You have to let them open themselves up.
That makes sense. And at a range like this, at least for Chip, I don't know how it goes with other matchups, but at a range like that, at around like the tip of your far S range, I'm like, my best poke there is probably 2D, but 2D usually eats shit against your far S and 5H. And the risk reward on this, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
if
we're
I
just
was right,
watching.
I get a knockdown. If I was wrong, I die.
Then you explode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's Johnny Pressure, which is pretty much a delicate balance of spacing and leaving open enough space for your opponent to want to swing. Because the spacing isn't necessarily so that your opponent wants to swing. It's so that your opponent thinks that they have a chance to get out. Because if I got a coin and you jump, then I have a loaded gun.
Right.
Yeah. And we're all right back in this situation.
Woo.
So another situation that Johnny players should probably understand is 2H. 2H is a really strong pressure tool. Since if I misfire cancel into a falling normal, then I'm plus, and I'm in your face.
Yeah. And it moves you forward. It's the initial hit for 2H is not high, right? So I have some time to try and stand block it, but the misfire cancel button comes pretty quick.
Yes. And at levels, if I'm leveled, I can air dash off of it. I can air backdash to disengage. I can just misfire cancel and stand here and we're even. Regardless of the level, actually. If I just do this, we're even. A lot of the time when you use 2H pressure, it's not to open people up. It's more so, again, providing gaps where people want to swing or escape. That is everything that Johnny's pressure is built around. Frame traps and making fake gaps that people will want to fight you.
Yeah, I guess it's basically, it's like a short hop, right? It moves you forward, but it gives you, if you're able to either land safely or land with a button, then it's when I think about your other tools for getting back in, it's what, like an IAD is slow and risky. Dash is also like if dash is the main, I guess. Yeah, when I look at 2H,
it's not slow, it's committal.
When I see 2H, it is in around the same zone as what I would think about as a dash, but it hits right where dash doesn't.
Yeah.
So like if I'm just trying to react to you moving forward, it's I would probably can I 6P 2H on reaction?
I'm going to do /2H.
Okay, so that made it with. I think here I'm just gonna neutral jump, and then when I land, I'm gonna 6P, and I want you to do 2H at the same time. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Since it's 15 frames of startup.
Got it. Yeah. So it's oh, interesting. So yeah, with 15 frames of startup, it actually is, the timing is kind of similar to a dash up, but the fact that it leaves you plus or even and next to me is pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
If I FD it, will it like? Oh, I need meter. If I FD 2H, does it complicate your block strings at all?
Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Let me get a coin.
Yeah.
All right, FD. It does.
Okay.
Because we're in the situation where I'm even again.
Right. Yeah. Got it. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So what do you look for with 2H? When do you?
What I'm looking for mostly is how often will you allow me to do this? Because if I press a button into 2H, then I can repeat the situation until you do something about it.
I see.
And that's cranking guard bar, and that's definitely scaring the opponent because.
But if you're
I'm still in this situation
into
where
2H off of, like, what at that range, if you're like a little closer, like what are you usually doing 2H off of?
5K close slash.
Okay.
So
yeah,
in some
fast,
fringe cases,
solid
2S.
buttons. Yeah.
Yeah. Now these all have gaps in between
I
the
see.
button and 2H. So these are all very threatening frame chaps.
Wait, so what do people normally interrupt that with then? Like, are they
You have
just
to.
mashing fucking DP or what?
Some people will mash DP, but if you IB the 2H, you can usually, with a fast enough button or a 6P, interrupt it.
Got it. Okay.
So I'm gonna do close slash 2H.
All right. Oh. Oh wow. Okay, that was unexpected. No. I'm trying to do the
It is.
like the hitbox IB retap forward. Yeah, that's hard.
It is not easy.
Yeah.
Which is why a lot of people will tend to just FD out so that they don't have to deal with the follow-up. Yeah.
Interesting.
And we're just
okay.
in this less shitty situation.
Got it. So you use 2H as one of your gap creating or your frame trap creating tools.
Yes.
And it basically leaves you like pretty good, right? Like you unless they FD'd you out, you are closer to them than you were when they started. You got some guard bar or you got some risk cranks.
Yep.
And you're like right next to them. I've seen you threaten with like the Mistfinder cancel into like Mistfinder dash throw. Hey, thanks, Mono.
Yeah.
When you have a coin or two, that shit's pretty nasty.
It's a gimmick. It's very scary when you aren't prepared for it, but ultimately it's a gimmick. That is one of the things that you can mash out of.
Sure.
Another thing that you can mash out of, if you block real quick, you can definitely mash out of that. That is fake as hell. So if you're seeing a Johnny go for that a ton, then
sure.
Yeah. And the last piece of the Johnny pressure puzzle is this stupid ass button. It's 14 frames, I believe, and can be done straight out of Mistfinder cancel. It is -1.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's -1, which means I can just backdash.
Right.
And go back in. A very aggressive option if I want to follow up off of a Mistfinder cancel. But it suffers the same weaknesses as dash, except it's fully counter hit state.
Sure. Oh, it's counter hit state the whole time. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to jump in then 6K.
Sure.
Yeah.
So when do you like to use 6K?
I usually end up using 6K when I've kind of exhausted my dash in, when I've already been like, all right, so I've already dashed into larger buttons a few times, and they've kind of respected it. They're probably looking for it next time. This is a quicker option, and it's going to snipe them if they press a button.
Ah, okay. So you've pressured them for a while. You think they're ready to swing on you.
Yeah. And then bang.
I see.
And counter hit 6K is full untech time, so I can get my regular conversion off of it.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. I guess if it's only do you Gatling into it? Like
no, there is no Gatling that goes into 6K.
Okay, so it's the same as all your other Mistfinder cancel stuff. You've got like a blocked big button, and this time instead of dashing up, or this time instead of 2H, you do 6K because you think. Yeah. And I guess it'll catch like a button. If I try and swing on reaction, I probably won't hit it. Well, let's see. Do like a 5H Mistfinder cancel 6K or whatever it is you normally do.
All right, can I get one coin?
Yeah. Got it. So I have to hard call that out with something.
Yep.
I'm basically swinging and hoping, like, not even.
And hoping that instead of,
Yeah. The 2S will beat it. If you did,
2S will beat it.
Do you ever do do you ever do 5H Mistfinder cancel 6H?
Yes, but that is
probably not that right.
Only really strong at level 3.
I see. Okay.
Because the gap narrows. Instead of being a 10-frame gap, it's an 8-frame gap.
Got it. Yeah, I'm always incredibly irked to that button like beats Chip's 6P because it hits him at the fucking knees or whatever. So
Yep.
like when you're threatening with blocked far S or 5H into misfinder cancel, and then you have these three options, I'm like, yeah, 6P could beat some of them, but it also loses so hard to 6H that I have to respect the 6H a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Um, okay, and I guess 6K also does kind of beat like jump out attempts, right?
It absolutely beats jump out attempts. If I have like
Yeah,
the
there
frame
you go.
advantage that I'm looking for.
Right. Yeah.
Johnny's
Is
most
there a specific situation that you're looking for to beat jump out attempts, like a timing that you need to set up?
yeah, it's at its best off of a blocked 5H.
I see. So
Because
you get all coined up, and then okay.
yeah.
So if I block and then yep, that sure is it.
Yeah. A lot of Johnny's pressure ends up adapting to what level he's at because the math changes on how plus he is.
Yeah.
Like at level 1, 5H misfinder cancel, that's only +5. Only
+5.
I mean, fair, but like I'm +5, but I'm over here.
Sure.
I'm +5, but I'm over here. At level 2, I am +8. At level 3, I'm +10. And that changes based on the attack level of the button that he's pressing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're opening people up with these tools, you're looking to give them opportunities where they think they can mash, and then fucking up for thinking that they can mash, right?
Exactly. That's what most of my pressure ends up being built around, and I do gimmicky shit like this bullshit and dash up throw and all of the other fun stuff so that I can make people want to swing on risky approaches.
Yeah. I mean, it works. It's a good way to think about it, right? Like if you don't have a coin, hey, maybe dash up throw is how you get that first coin. But once you got it, you don't need to throw again, right? Like you've established that the threat is there. I need to be looking for shit, and because you're coined up, every string is going to be more costly for me to defend. So I have to do something, right? Like that was one of the things that I picked up when we played on Friday before Rushomania, right? Was like I was like, oh, I actually can't get out of the corner using any of my regular tools, because normally if you're at like outside 5H range.
What's your 5H range?
Yeah, like just a little bit further back, right? Yeah,
all right.
Like around here. Normally, against any other character, this is far enough that I can teleport out, I can Alpha Blade out, or I can wall cling and do my shit, right? But I can't do that against Johnny, at least not when he's coined up. And so I was like, fuck, I really just need to be going through you here. But swinging on a 6P when you're already coined up and I'm about to get counter hit after absorbing a lot of block damage and I have no meter is going to fucking suck, right? Which is why, I don't know if you noticed, but during their Rushomania set, I was looking for like Blitz as one of the go-to options here. Because nothing else was working, right? I couldn't Alpha Blade, I couldn't teleport, I couldn't air dash, right? All I had was like, oh, maybe I can look for the 6H and then blitz it.
Yeah. And it's a good call out, but that's, again, a call out.
Yeah.
You have to know that I'm going for this instead of this.
Right.
Or this.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
That's some good Johnny tips. I know the joke is that Johnny is one of the strongest grapplers in Guilty Gear, but I was really surprised while preparing for that set what the power difference was between level 1 Johnny and level 2 or level 3. Like you can if you look for it, you can feel it a lot more. And so being able to focus on like, oh, when he's level 1, just don't let him get the hit. And really it's don't let him get a clean hit, right? Don't run into coin. Don't let him get that throw. Don't run into coin.
Don't run into 2D.
Yeah.
Don't let him get a throw on you.
Yeah.
Don't run into 5K.
Yeah. But all these things are like, it's manageable, and then if you let him get coined up, that's when you're like, oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what should what up?
Yeah. Unlike most of the cast, Johnny doesn't get conversions regardless of how much meter he has until he's got like his secondary resource. It's like, so here's the best that I can do with 50 meter.
I mean, that's certainly not bad for 50 meter, but compared to what Johnny normally gets off stuff, I feel you.
Yeah. And even so, that's like, I've seen Soul with 50 meter and it scares the fuck out of me.
Sure. Yeah.
I've seen you with 50 meter and it scares the fuck out of me because the situation you get is so much better than that. That is the weakest knockdown that Johnny gets.
You can't get coin off that level 1 finer?
No, you cannot.
Got it. I see. And you probably, yeah, you weren't able to get like the hard knockdown with Zweihander or anything either, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Corner carry was nice though. That's not too bad. But yeah.
It was, yeah.
If you're just getting that off of 50 meter, it's not as enticing as it could be. You're almost looking at like just comboing into super or something at that point, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. So if those are 3 Johnny tips, what are 3 tips for people playing against Johnny?
All right. So the first thing that I've noticed that a lot of people don't do, that's techable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can tech out of that.
Wait, do it again? Okay, got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little bit later than expected. Let's see. Do it again? Ah, yeah. So it looks like he has to be on the way down a little bit, but...
Yeah. But Johnny ends a lot of his level 1 combos with that.
Mm-hmm.
If he can't combo into 2D.
Mm-hmm.
So you tech there, and you're free to pretty much go back in. He's basically just saying, cool, I won neutral. Try again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But against some characters, they have good enough air mobility that they can just zip right back in, and if Johnny's not prepared, then he's going to get clipped.
Sure. I guess do it again real quick. Yeah, I see. So I could probably catch you if you're trying to like just go up, like do the combo and then just dash up and then block. Let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, not quite. But if you tried to dash twice, I bet that catches you, huh?
Yeah. Absolutely. Double dash tends to be really fake. Because already we've established that this is 18 frames of I can't do anything.
Sure.
So, yeah.
What's my minimum length on a dash? Huh. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Another thing that you gotta know about Johnny, bursting coin is very hard but very necessary at like level 1.
Okay.
Because I'm sure that you already went through this.
Ooh.
Okay, so 2D coin.
So yeah, I'm supposed to burst
range,
on the 2D,
yeah.
or no? There we go. That's it.
You're supposed to burst there.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like
Because-
right before you, or it's about when you bounce. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
OTG burst.
That way both coins whiff. And, like, the best I get is that. Since it's an OTG burst.
Right?
Yeah, that's if I bait it. That's if I'm actively looking for it.
Mhm.
That is an OTG burst, and I can't necessarily follow up on that.
Sure.
Yeah. So, it's still not a great situation because now I have a level, but we've returned to neutral, albeit a more awkward neutral, and you did not eat a full conversion.
Yeah. I mean, I guess damage in that situation isn't really what either player is going for, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, you do have conversions. You can do like 5k 2D coin into whatever. Yeah, I guess that does hurt. That hurts a lot. So I guess if I think about it that way, yeah, burst saves me. Like it got you to spend. Well, I guess the worst case scenario where you bait it, you're still at level 2, but I didn't really take that much damage. I don't really have to hold a knockdown, and you still spent 2 coins for that, so it's not the worst.
Yeah. A lot of this is a better situation than the alternative.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Because Johnny is strong. Johnny is very strong. And one more thing for countering Johnny. I want to say something about the unblockables.
Sure.
Because everyone knows about this horse shit.
Yeah.
Block the next normal. You can mash out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because... Let me get a coin.
Yeah.
Actually, 2 coins.
Oh.
Yeah. Before I'm even there, you can mash out and likely throw me.
Okay.
Because all of the combos that I get that involve like me setting it off,
Mm-hmm.
require me to dash back in. Or to
Ah,
spend meters so that becomes safe.
I see. So, sorry. So let me get this straight. Go ahead and do it again.
Okay.
You're saying so you get coined up. Got it.
Yeah.
So in order to
That's
get
not real.
you could have gotten something, right? It just wouldn't have been the starter that you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Theoretically, like
If you just do MF. Yeah. So yeah, you can get something, right? That might be enough to finish, but
in the middle of a round, if we're around this health value,
right.
that's not going to be nearly enough to do.
Got
anything.
it. I see what you're saying. So mashing should be able to get me out of the super sweet starter, right?
Yes.
I think most of the time when you get to the unblockable, you've set it up off of like the corner B&B off level 2 finer, and so the you probably don't need the full conversion to kill, for me. But I think against most characters you usually would, right? Like if you get the 2D, right? Let's say you got coined up, boom, hey Q, thanks to sub. Yeah.
Okay.
We don't. You can try it out. We don't need to work it out too hard. But yeah, I take your point. It's worth mashing out on, because that's the difference between taking a full ass unblockable, like perfect starter combo and getting hit by an extra far S into miss finer, which is not the end of the world in most cases.
Yeah. Exactly.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good information. Certainly, all these situations that you've mentioned, the first time you play against them, or even the 10th time you play against them, you're like, "What the fuck is this character doing?" What
Yeah.
But when you see kind of the seams here, like you're pointing out, oh, you have to work a little bit harder in this situation to get the big damage or whatever. That helps it make a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Johnnies are generally going to go for the big damage, the big starters, because if we don't get that, then you can tech out and you're back in our face, and we don't necessarily like that. Since our fastest normal is 5 frames.
Mm-hmm.
This, yeah. And this is good for catching IIDs, but not much else.
Sure.
This is all right. It's a good Abare option.
What is he even hitting you with there?
Fingertips? I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like he's just like,
get the fuck out of here. He's just slapping you.
It's yeah, but like his fingers are so, it doesn't even look like he's slapping. It just I guess
stop.
Yeah.
In the name of love.
Oh, it's a backhand, because I now I'm looking where his hand is placed. Yeah, he's like, that's funny.
Yeah. It's a funny looking normal.
All right. Well, cool. Thank you for keeping it brief on this. This is the fastest that we've ever gotten through the 3 things to do and 3 things to do against. Normally, people are like, let me explain, and then show each one takes like 10 minutes. But this is pretty digestible as far as versus Johnny stuff goes. That's good shit.
Johnny is, in practice, actually pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all a game of being plus or more plus. Oh.
Dang, that sounds nice.
Right. One really important note. Because a lot of people, when I fight them, and they haven't had a lot of experience with this character, I'm not plus if I can't cancel. Make me whiff.
Yeah.
This, not a great button to whiff. This is a horrible button to whiff. Like out here,
yeah. Bears
has 32 frames of recovery.
Bears was mentioning that Johnny players, hey, what up, Vero? That Johnny players get antsy when they're outside like far S or 5H range, and I think this is why, right? Because like, if Chip whiffs like a 2S or something, whoa, that was unexpected. If Chip whiffs a 2S or far S or 5K or whatever, like it's not the end of the world, right? Even a 2D, like there are times. Hey, Adina, thank you so much for the 23 months, appreciate it. If I whiff a 2D like against some characters, like sometimes I'll still get a throw off of this or something. If they IAD it in, I'll like low profile the attack and get a throw. But when Johnny whiffs a button, that is pretty major, because like you said, the startup on his other attacks is not that great, right? What's 5K is what, 7 frames?
6 frames.
6 frames? Okay, yeah. So like if you whiff a 5H or a far S, and then I run it, yeah.
5H, a lot of recovery. 6H, hella recovery. This, 20 frames total recovery. Yeah. There's a lot of, oh, I just pressed a button. It didn't connect with anything.
Yeah.
Shit.
You got a question in chat. What about something like 5H, missed stance dash, missed finer for the unblockable? I know it's interruptible, but I guess it's worth representing the option when they're aware that they can mash out of the stagger. Is it?
All right.
Let's
so,
see. So you need to get coined up.
Oh, yeah. You can interrupt it, but you gotta be on the ball for that.
Wait, yeah, I need to be a fucking mash lord, right? Like, okay.
Yeah. Give me a second. Let me get to level 3, because at level 3, I think, is the only point where it's, like, really comboable. That's more, you have to mash between the 5H and the misfiner.
I see.
Yeah, that's where you interrupt.
Wait, okay, so what I'm doing is you're getting the unblockable misfiner. I'm not mashing out, right?
Yeah. So here, you block the 5H and then you mash.
Okay. I tried.
That's hard. That's really hard. Trust me.
I see. So I'm probably not mashing that, right? I'm probably maybe going for like a DP if I practice the situation or something. I'll mash blitz.
Yeah.
How about that? I'll try that.
All right.
Okay.
That is, or you can mash throw.
Oh, I did a
Guess
throw
not.
OS. I think that probably just got blown up.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Guess not.
tough.
Looks like blitz.
Yeah, blitz is probably the easiest thing to mash here.
Yeah. Blitz, DP, super. But blitz is gonna be the easiest one to mash.
Yeah, that's
a shitty
rough,
situation.
though. And that's a hard call out, right? Because I can't react to whatever it is you're like. If you were to leave a gap or not leave a gap, I have no way of knowing, right? I guess there's no reason. If I think that you're just gonna do 5H into misfiner to land the unblockable, there's no reason not to try swinging with something in case you get greedy. But it's probably just not gonna work, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Though on top of that, most of the time I'm not even trying to make you block with 5H. I'm trying to make you block with like coin 2S.
Right.
Because that will blow up the blitz option on wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like coin 2S into that.
I see.
And 2S is the least plus misfiner cancel button.
So
since it's only level 2.
So in that situation, I could block the 2S and then like blitz the misfiner or something, or no?
Yeah. You could block the 2S and blitz the misfiner. You could block the 2S and DP the misfiner. But that's all stuff that's like, you got to know the Yomi and then be correct.
Right. Yeah. It's pretty fucking hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close out this lobby. Thanks again. And we'll go over some of the clips that you sent over.
All right.
And actually,
Gutter Daughter bullied me into picking Rev2's Reshomania clips.
I'm also going to open up the lobby in case you and everyone else wants to get in here.
Alrighty.
Let's see. Obviously, we'll be going over the footage, but once we're done, if y'all want to get in here. Hey, what up, Shablums?
Sure thing.
All right.
Give me a second.
The ID is 4ERT. IRT.
All right.
Fort. All right.
Fort.
So let me just pull up these clips real quick.
Alrighty. Do you want me to go into your Twitch stream to view these, or?
No. There's a website I've been using. I'll send you a link
Together?
to it. Yeah.
Yeah, Shira's been using that too.
Yeah, I think Noah actually sent it along. Swear to God, I think they just put. Yeah, they like default to these, like, I think they're like Blender student projects. It's very cute.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. This first one is 21.
Back once ready from the spot.
Okay, so I'm gonna send you the link to this here room.
Okay.
Let's Let's see. More watching.
Ah.
Rush Show Mania.
Nice.
Who is that? Oh!
What the heck?
Yep. I was gonna say, but then he
21,
Okay.
I think.
Hey.
Figuring out the timing on this is kind of okay. Let's see. This was just a little bit earlier.
Yeah. It was this round, I believe.
All right, okay, here we go. So yeah, you can go ahead and drive from here.
Okay.
I still have not
that
rewatched this set. Oh, and yeah,
Oh,
we can mute the I'll turn off the audio here, so
Yeah.
go for it.
All right. So what I wanted to highlight here was Johnny's kind of blow up potential.
Yeah.
Because from the beginning of this round, I was kind of getting washed.
Sure.
Yeah. I got stuck in the situation. Leaf grab. Air throw. This is where everything turns around. I get coined up. And you did not react to the dash up throw. That is one of the more dangerous things that could have happened. Because dash up throw leads obviously to a coin.
To
or
be
a full
clear,
conversion.
like when you describe the dash as like 18 frames of like committed vulnerability or whatever, like 16 frames is generally accepted to be like the borderline for human reaction. Something
This
like
is true.
18 frames is I am looking specifically for this thing, and the moment I recognize that this thing happens, then I'm going to do this other very specific option. So if I'm reacting to dash up throw, it's because I'm literally looking for that and nothing else. Right.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No.
Just...
I'm not saying this to defend my honor. I'm saying this for the people in chat who are like, "Fuck, did I fuck up because I didn't react to dash up throw?" Like an 18 frame dash up throw when you have all this other stuff on your mental stack is really hard. To react to. You know,
trust me, I played the mirror. Fuck this shit.
Exactly. I understand that to a Johnny player, because I've played enough Johnny to feel like the dash up throw is like a risk every single time, right?
Yeah.
And I know what it feels like because when you get called out on that, because unlike a run, which is continuous, right? In a run, at any point, I could choose to press a button, right? So with Chip,
absolutely,
I can dash and then immediately swing. But with Johnny, you're doing it.
I can't press a button until frame 14.
Exactly. So you feel very committed, right? But
yes,
reacting to dash up throw in this game is hard. At least against Johnny, right? It is closer to like even in Street Fighter 5, because Street Fighter 5 was the other game where dash up throw was like a really big thing because of input lag and because the throws were hard to read visually, right? You could have like a 20 frame or 22 frame dash that was still pretty hard to react to, and you had throw startup on top of that. And yet, despite that, people are still getting blown up by that shit, right? And it's because when everything else is on your mental stack, like
dash up throw is one of the last things that you're thinking about.
It's one of the last things that you're thinking of, and everything else you can more or less handle, like you said with Johnny earlier. Every other option you can generally handle with just back, right?
Yeah.
So
back or like FD or yeah.
In order to call out dash up throw, you're either very, very confident in your spacing, and so you do 4H, right? And you know the timing and you know the spacing is so good that you're not at any risk of getting the hard slash, because that hard slash will just get you killed, right?
Yes.
Or you're OSing the throw, which is what I was usually doing against you, either with 6P or 6H. But that has its own problems against Johnny as well, because that means that you're committing to swinging, basically.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So yeah, if you're getting hit by Johnny dash up throw, it's not because you committed this, like it's not like getting hit by 5D.
It's not a cardinal sin.
Exactly. Getting hit by 5D is one of those things where you at any situation you can be like, oh, that was something that just didn't have to happen, right?
Yeah.
But with dash up throw, it's a lot harder. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, my apologies.
No, it's fine. I just don't want to be misleading people into thinking that something's easy or that you should, like, yes, ideally you react
dash
to
up throw is not easy to deal with.
No.
But it's yeah. All right. So knockdown.
And then
Another
you
dash
did it
up throw.
again, motherfucker. That was 3 times in a row.
I win this game off of 2 dash up throws and an unblockable.
And I probably went for like burst super or something. Actually, I don't even know if I did. On wake up, I might have just been like, whatever, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'll run it back in the next round.
Yeah. Oh, right, this round. This entire clip was just meant to showcase like how quickly Johnny can blow you up.
Mhm.
Not even off of wrong decisions, but so much off of the threat that he poses. Because I have full meter now, right?
Oh, and then
And
the
now I
trade
just
there,
got the
yeah.
point. Yeah. The ball is practically in my court. I'm really proud of that moment because I knew that you were going to call out another dash. So that wasn't dash up YRC. That was 6K YRC because
Oh,
it moves me
interesting. Okay.
forward a lot quicker.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And that was that YRC invuln getting you through the 6P or what?
Yes.
Or was it just not active yet? Okay.
That was YRC invuln getting me through the 6P. So that was a call out on your call out.
Gotcha.
So I get the throw, combo, you burst. That was a mistake though on my part. Because you can't get that combo, the 5K 5H dash finer, until you're at level 3.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. But rectified, knockdown. And through all of the threat that I have posed with Johnny.
Wow, yeah, really that whole game was just throws.
Yeah. Johnny throw is
I
a
guess
dangerous tool.
I don't remember how the first 2 games went, but I'm gonna assume that you didn't represent throw nearly as effectively in those 2 games, right? Like
I did not.
Yeah, I was probably.
I actually
mostly
wasn't
just
in the
blocking.
range to represent throw very often.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Most of the time when I actually got rounds in the first 2 games, it was off of like frame traps or me calling out attempts at jumps or blitz.
Yeah.
But I wasn't able to return to those situations in the other rounds, so
Got
you
it.
were able to run your game.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So that was I think we actually covered the first 2 clips. You had one here against Bonjour next, right? We'll pull this one.
Yes.
Up. And this is 2 hours 7 minutes. I'm just gonna pull this video up real quick. Oop. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, this is in the NorCal SoCal 3v3. Got it. So
yeah.
Let's see.
One of the bigger difficulties that Johnny does have in certain matchups is approaching characters that can play in his range and don't necessarily have to engage in the same neutral that he does.
Yeah.
Venom, while he does have to engage, he can also very effectively zone Johnny out with ball setups, and if Johnny's not quick enough on the draw, he can't necessarily do anything about it.
All right, you can go ahead and drive. I think we're roughly queued up where you wanted to be.
Okay. It was... Oh. All right. Where is, like, micro spacing on this? Yeah.
I find if you just drag the slider,
okay.
whatever you call the fucking, I hate you, design. You know, the red knob that indicates where you are on the timeline right now? That's probably the easiest way to manipulate this.
All right. So here we are, round 2.
Oh shit, what a bread. Bread saying you can use the caret keys and they seem to work.
Oh, that's good. I think I'm at level 2 right through here. I tried to push myself in. I ended up punished for it. I got level 2 off of this, and I punished the whiffed far slash, the whiffed 6H with my own far slash. And from here, that's where I get my pressure going. Because Venom doesn't necessarily have the buttons to contest while Johnny's actively pressuring him.
Yeah.
Save for 6P, which I can call out or try to bait by using a lot of 2S in my strings.
Yeah, I guess all his other, maybe 2S, but I feel like 2S would probably lose to a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah, 2S would lose to a lot of the frame traps.
I see.
It's more so 6P that I'm worried about because the invuln on that thing will clip way through most
Sure.
of the buttons that I
Yeah,
press. That thing beats misfinders, dude.
Yep.
So let's see that again. Yeah. He whiffs the 6H. I get a far slash 6H. I eventually open him up with a 2S. I think he was trying to jump out.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, quick combo so I can try to knock him down. I fucked up. Got to throw anyway.
Gotcha. So in that
Ultimately,
situation, you probably could have mashed out, right?
he could have.
Can you, when you're in the unblockable stagger, can you throw people, or are they considered in enough hit stun or block stun or whatever that they're unthrowable?
I can throw them, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. It works kind of similar to Slayer Stagger, actually.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay,
then,
yeah, a lot happened. I mean, you called out the whiffed 6H because you autopiloted off 6P, and then you got him with the 2S when he was trying to jump out. That was basically it. Hey, what up, Bondrin?
Yeah. Hi, Bondrin. I can't see what you're saying.
He said you can throw people out of stagger.
Yeah. And then there's another clip from my match with Davo in Rev Tuesdays.
All right. This was Deveo Soul. I don't think they have a time code for this one, actually.
Really?
Let's see.
Okay.
It's Davo versus Sky. Davo versus me.
Let me see. I sent this to.
This is this is last. Oh, I found it. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you just looking for like the match start or what? Well, I can.
Yeah.
I'll pull that up and then you can steer from there.
Mm-hmm.
So that was 43.53. Okay.
I think that match start is actually like the best showcase of Johnny versus Soul from Johnny's perspective.
All right.
Because Soul has the capability to bully Johnny for being tall, or at least slightly taller than most of the cast.
It's okay. You can bully people for being tall. I
Yeah.
give you permission. Just don't lean your seat back when you're on a flight. That's fucked up. Don't do that shit.
Damn. All right. I made a decent amount of space here. So right here, I intentionally chose this spacing because because of the situation exactly. IAD JH would normally clip a lot of Johnny players at round start range, but keeping him a little bit further away means that I can punish him on the way down.
Aha.
Yeah, for pressing another button. So here, knock down 2 coins. Awkward trade, but he gets hit by the 2H.
Yeah,
that's
he's
another
really
way that Johnny has to
that
deal with.
IADJH a lot, huh?
Yeah, because the IADJH works really well against Johnny.
And
a lot of IAD
and
buttons
he can just
Soul
link
has.
like JK like he can against everyone else after that, right? Like
Yeah.
Okay. It's fucked up.
The IAD buttons work really well against Johnny. Because standing Johnny will just get clipped by that.
Right.
Or Johnny whiffing a normal will absolutely get clipped by that.
Damn, I wonder if I can. Chip air buttons don't really go underneath him much except JD, which is why he can rarely threaten with IED anything. But I wonder if I could do JK and hit with the second one. I'll also try that. Anyway, go ahead.
So because I was able to dash under, I got this very juicy conversion.
Yep.
Knockdown. Situation, I just hold this spacing. Run 6H's
and then
until he's coerced into jumping out, and then I 6K. Or, yeah. Because you can jump out of 6H at level 2. But that's part of why 6K is there.
Gotcha.
to dissuade that option.
I see. And you had meter. You had plenty of meter actually. So even if you're off on your timing, you could like wire seed or even PR seed to punish any escape or anything.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucked up. You got a real fucked up character, man.
Yes, I do. But so does everyone else.
It's true.
Except Axel players.
Yeah. Well, chip players have the tool set of 2 fucked up characters and the life bar of a perfectly honest character. So
Yes.
we will take